Hi guys, my name is Nintan Hamiza binti Zulkifli. So today I want to talk about budget 2020. Nowadays we are in 2020, so I want to explain like a few years ago until now. So first of all is about economy growth. So here is government make permission to increase their budgeting and savings. So here's government have to make people to control their power and increase their budget and do something to make economy growth. It also we depends on economy condition. Like if economy is stable, we can do something like make economy more stable. Like we have to do something to make economic growth. Like we have to make more company to people to come to work and make money for our company that can make economic growth. The second one is about business get direction. So here is we come over to 3 to 5 years to make business more comfortable with that. So like many company is investment to the other countries and make come to other countries, and also she interact with others company to make combination of their company. They also can plan their policy accordingly. Like information about this sector is important for them, so that they have to make some something like can budget our money, and budget tells them how much the government will spend on various sectors. The third one is about reduce disparities. Like budget cutters are cutting government objective. It's also one of the objective that reduce countries income disparities. Like through the budget, the government aims to their rich and carry welfare about for the poor. Change their tax and something like can we change the economy about nowadays in 2020. Fourth one about public sector units. So many of these units have to emerge of source national pride. The budget decides to how manage the public sector units better in nowadays, and make public sector units is our incoming will be better. The last one is about one nation. Through the budget, the government seeks to iron out the heterogeneity in the country economic growth, economic progress. For example, and area is more economy backward than the area B. The government attempts to address the problem by setting up industries in area, and helps locals in area A gain employment to improve the quality of their lives. It's about we can do something make the economy grow up so well and no problems in
Everyone, I'm Jameson from Macroeconomic B8 group, and my assignment group is group 1. Now I'm going to talk about Malaysia budget 2020 history. Malaysia record a government budget deficit equal to 3.07% of the country gross domestic product in 2018. Government budget in Malaysia averaged 2.99% of GDP from 1988 until 2018, reaching an all-time high of 2.4% of GDP in 1997 and a record low of negative 6.7% of GDP in 2009. Next, I'm going to talk about the graph. First, we can see the 2010 graph. which negative 5.4%. Next is 2012 graph, which 4.8%, negative 4.8%, and also negative 4.5%. Next is 2014 graph. One is negative 3.9, another one is negative 3.2%. Next is negative 2016. One is negative 3.1%, another one is negative 3. The last is 2018 graph, which is negative 2.7. Next, government budget is an internalized accounting of the payments received by government tax and other fees and the payments made by government purchase and transfer payments. A budget deficit occurs when a government spends more money than it takes in. The opposite of a budget deficit is a budget surplus. This page provides Malaysian government budget, actual values, historical data, forecast, chart, statistic, economic, calendar, and news. Malaysia government budget, actual data, historical chart, and calendar releases was last updated on January of 2020. This graph is talking about the year 2016 to 2019 budget line. The first PMD, we can see the 2019 is equals to 3.70%. And next is MOE. MOE, the 2019 year is equals to 2.08. Next is MOHE. MOHE is equal to 3.08% on 2019 year. Next is MOH. MOH 2019 year is decreasing, which is 2.18. Next is MOD. MOD is 3.98% on 2019 year, which also starting to increasing. Next is MOPW. MOPW on 2019 year is 6.12%. Next is MORD. MORD is increasing in 2019 year, which 5.42%. Next is MOHA. MOHA 2019 year is 3.08%. The last one is MOD. MOD in 2019 year is 3.96%. I'm going to talk about Malaysia inflation rate from 1984 to 2024 compared to the previous year. First is 1984. We can see the line is located at 3.9%. Next is 1994, which increasing until 4.78%. Next is the year 2000. It is still continuing increasing until 5.29%. Next is 2010. It is increasing until 5.43%. The last but it's decreasing until 2.03% on the year 2020.
And regards, so I would like to take this opportunity to express my appreciation and a very thank you to Madam Maria as my lecturer of macroeconomics. She had provided guidance until the completion of this assignment. Thank you. So my name is Nur Asila binti Abdul Rahman. So today I'm going to discuss about budget 2020, question of 4.2.1 and 4.2.2. Okay, for 4.2.1, the impact of expenditure from the budget towards output growth. The first one is a positive economic environment causes government revenue and economic output to increase. It is possible that increased spending and rise in tax could lead to an increase in GDP.
Okay.
Government expenditure has been disaggregated to the government operating and development expenditure. Government income creates the expectation that government expenditure and investment will increase in the future. Government expenditure is not frequently found and their impacts are mainly positive. For the 4.2.2, how does the budget 2020 can affect the consumption, investment, government and foreign sector is about it. Budget 2020 sent a clear message to the investment community that Malaysia aims to be the preferred investment destination. Next, Budget 2020 is a reasonable response to the immediate social and economic challenges faced by Malaysian and outlines the first step in the journey toward realizing the shared prosperity vision 2030. Next, making Malaysia the preferred destination for investment. For the new version, we have to make Malaysian new version. For the 4.2.2, I add some budget 2020 theme, driving growth and equitable outcome towards the shared prosperity has 4 thrusts, namely, the first one is to drive economic growth in the new economic and digital era. So the second one is to invest in Malaysian leveling up human capital. The third one is to create a united, inclusive and equitable society. The last one is to revitalize public institution and finances for moving forward. Thank you and regard.
When the government increased the budget from last year 2018, the impact to the unemployment rate is stick down to 3.2% in November 2019 from 3.3%. In the same month the previous year, the number of employment fell 0.4% from a year earlier to 513.9 thousand, where unemployment rate 2.5% to 15.31 million. Next, the impact to the inflation rate is between 1.6 to 2% in year 2019. In this year, Malaysia is record an inflation rate of the lowest in 9 years.
Good evening. Today I am going to talk about unemployment rate. There are 3 categories of unemployment. The first one is frictional unemployment. The second one is structural unemployment, and lastly, cyclical unemployment. How can unemployment be improved? The first one is improve human capital to make people more flexible in the workplace. The second one, provide stronger incentive to look for and accept work. And last, increase the occupational and geographical mobility of labor. Based on my understanding about unemployment rate in Malaysia, it occurs when a person is actively searching for employment is unable to find work. Unemployment is often used as a measure of health of the economy. The most frequent measure of unemployment is the unemployment rate, which is the number of unemployed people divided by the number of people in the labor force. Next, we are going to talk about inflation. Inflation is the rate at which the general level of prices of goods and services is rising, and consequently, and purchasing power of currency is falling. Inflation is classified into 2 types. The first one is demand pull inflation, and the second one is cost pull inflation. Effect of inflation. The first effect is wage pressure, which is workers demand higher wages. The second one is less competitive. if inflation is higher than international competition. And the last one is rising prices of imports.
So in conclusion is about now we are in 2020, so we have to do something, like we have to grow up our economy nowadays. We have to do something like people can work, not people like no go to works and they didn't get the money and make economy growth. So here I want to say that we have to do something new and can make economy more better, and if we do something better, it will be fine, and our economies in 2020 is more better than the others.